In this chapter, we're studying the ordering of sentences or jumbled up sentences. Here, 5 or 10 questions relating to arranging of sentences are asked. These sentences are parts of a paragraph. We need to place these sentences in proper sequence in order to form a coherent and meaningful paragraph. Types of question. These questions are usually of 4 types. In the first type, 5 sentences are given. Each sentence is labeled with a letter. We need to arrange these sentences in proper sequence. When properly sequenced, these sentences form a coherent and meaningful paragraph. Choose the most logical order of sentences from among the given choices to construct a meaningful paragraph. In the second type, the first and the last sentences of the paragraph are given, and you should place the rest 4 middle sentences in a proper sequence. The position of the first sentence and the last sentence is fixed, and the rest 4 sentences, usually named P, Q, R, and S, are to be arranged in a logical and proper sequence. In the third type, 5 sentences are marked A, B, C, D, and E and are given. They are jumbled up, and you are required to rearrange these sentences in proper order and then answer the questions given in respect to the order of the sentences like: which of the following should be the second sentence? Which of the following should be the fourth sentence? And a number of options are given in each case. In the fourth type, a sentence is given with some parts usually marked P, Q, R, S jumbled up. You are required to rearrange these parts in proper sequence so as to form a meaningful sentence. Read all the parts and try to find out the logical sentence, then arrange these parts in such a manner that a correct and meaningful sentence is formed. For example, type A. His elbow was bleeding. He had a few bruises on his left hand. I went into the crowd and was relieved to see that he wasn't very badly injured. A crowd gathered around my brother before he could stand up. The proper sequence should be option 1, B, C, D, A. Option 2, D, A, B, C. Option 3, B, A, D, C. Option 4, D, C, B, A. Option 5, none of these. The correct sequence for this would be option 4, D, C, B, A. Type B. For example, S1, a study. P, success increases. Q, concludes that. R, and chances for. S, commitment to future tasks. S6, future success. The proper sequence should be option 1, R, Q, P, S. Option 2, S, R, Q, P. Option 3, Q, P, S, R. Option 4, P, S, R, Q. 5, none of these. The correct sequence for this would be option 3, Q, P, S, R. Type C. Example A. To elaborate briefly on these characteristics and dimensions that the author is talking about, NRMs are general tests intended to classify students by percentile for measuring either aptitude or proficiency for admissions into or placement within a program. B. Contrastingly, the CRM, such as a locally produced achievement test, measures absolute performance that is compared only with the learning objective. Hence, a perfect score is theoretically obtainable by all students who have a mastery of the pre-specified material, or conversely, all students may fail the test. C. In most of the books, authors classify a measurement strategy as either norm-referenced (NRM) or criterion-referenced (CRM). D. Another author points out how the type of interpretation that an NRM offers is the relative performance of the students compared with that of all the others, resulting in ideally a bell curve distribution. E. Numerous books on constructing and using language tests have been written by various authors. CRMs, on the other hand, are more specific achievement or diagnostic tests intended to be used for motivating students by measuring to what % they have achieved the mastery of something that they were taught or the learned material. G. One of the authors clearly mentions the differences of these two types by focusing on the categories of test characteristics and logical dimensions. Which of the following should be the first sentence after the rearrangement? G, B, C, A, or E? The correct option would be the last one, that is, the sentence E should be the first sentence after the rearrangement of the above. Which of the following should be the seventh or the last sentence after rearrangement? A, B, C, F, or E? The correct option would be B, and that the sentence B would be the last one after the rearrangement of the above. Type D. P. Feeling flattered by praise of the fox to the piece of cheese. Q. The crow began to cow. R. It held on its beak. S. Unmindful of what happened. The proper sequence should be option 1, SPRQ, option 2, QSRP, option 3, RSPQ, option 4, QSPR, option 5, none of these. The correct option for the above would be 4, QSPR.